Taehyung Just Said Goodbye and Jungkook Can't Stop Apologizing. But what exactly happened behind their last embrace? Is this the end of their friendship? Or is there something darker and deeper that has been hidden from the army? Taehyung Just Said Goodbye and Jungkook Can't Stop Apologizing. What's wrong? No one is really ready. Even when the date was set well in advance, even when the release celebrations were already planned and fans around the world were counting down the days, no one was really ready to witness what was happening in front of the cameras and even more so, behind the scenes. Jungkook stood transfixed. His hands trembled as he tried to grab his best friend's arm, but Taehyung had already stepped away. And before everything had time to be understood, the speech came off softly but hit hard. Goodbye. The question is simple, yet disturbing. What does Taehyung mean by saying goodbye when they have just been discharged from the military and are preparing for a BTS reunion? Is it merely symbolic? Or is there a much sharper and more painful meaning behind those words? And more than that, why does Jungkook seem so devastated that he can't stop apologizing? Question after question keeps popping up. Jungkook, who is known to be always cheerful and full of spirit, turned into a barely speaking figure in a short conference after their release. His empty gaze could not be hidden. Even when he tried to smile, ARMY knew there was a wound he was hiding. A wound that may not be related to the military or public pressure, but something much more personal and very emotional. On that day, thousands of cameras panned as Jungkook and Taehyung exited the military barracks. They looked shoulder to shoulder, initially,
Smile.
waving hands. But just a few seconds later, everything changed. In a video clip that has now gone viral across social media, Taehyung appears to whisper something into Jungkook's ear. Something that made Jungkook speechless. His breathing is blocked. He even seemed to hold back tears. Then Taehyung just nodded and turned around. A farewell? I'm sorry.
I'm really sorry.
Whispered Jungkook in another video shot by a fan remotely. The words kept repeating themselves. But to whom? And for what? No one knows for sure, but speculation has exploded like a bomb amid the ARMY community. Was there a major quarrel going on within the military between them? Does the letter Jimin sent to Taehyung, which was once a hot topic of conversation because of its emotional and confusing content, have anything to do with this? Why does Taehyung look so cold as he walks away, without even turning towards Jungkook one last time? One thing is certain. This is not the moment of reunion that everyone imagines. This is not a warm hug, not a happy laugh, not tears of joy because of freedom after 2 years. This is a wound, an open wound that cannot be closed with just the words, "We will be back." Behind the camera, a staff member whispered that the atmosphere leading up to their release was far from peaceful. Jungkook and Taehyung are said to have engaged in an emotional discussion that lasted until late at night. Even reportedly, Jungkook had slammed something he rarely did. Does anger come from guilt? Or from a betrayal he couldn't accept? The public began to guess. Is this related to the rumors about the last letter Taehyung wrote while still in the military? The letter, which was never officially published, was leaked and was said to contain a farewell message to someone who had filled the most difficult days of his life. Is it about Jungkook? Or someone else? There were also fans who speculated that Jungkook's apology was the result of something that happened before they entered the military, something that has never been revealed to the public, but has been a heavy burden for him. A mistake? Or maybe betrayal? In one of his previous live broadcasts before enlistment, Taehyung once said, "Sometimes we think we know someone, but it turns out we only know the side they want us to see." Those words now sound like a prophecy. Has Taehyung ever felt betrayed? Or is he just tired of pretending? Jungkook, who used to be active on Weverse or social media, has now completely disappeared. Even in a welcoming session that was supposed to be a celebration, he chose to remain silent. The only sentence he said was, "I hope I can fix everything." That sentence sounds like a cut from the end of a story. But the question is, what story meanwhile? Jimin seemed surprised by the reaction of both. In a short post, he simply wrote, "I want everything to be fine," and added nothing. A hidden panic? Or Jimin knows more than meets the eye? ARMY begins to piece together the pieces of the mystery. An old message from Jungkook is deleted suddenly. Taehyung's reaction looks cold behind the camera. Withheld tears. A hug that never happened. And the word goodbye hanging in the air. What exactly does goodbye mean to Taehyung? Is it just for the past? Or for someone? And why can't Jungkook stop apologizing? Is it because he knows that the word is the end, not just of their conscription days, but also of the friendship that was once BTS's greatest strength? One by one, the fans began to feel that something was wrong. Even when the agency released a brief statement that all BTS members are in good condition and preparing for group activities, the public was not satisfied. Because from their eyes, from their body language, from the whispers that the microphone catches, nothing is fine. Is this the beginning of a long-feared split? Have the pressures, secrets, and feelings accumulated over the years finally exploded? Or could this all be part of a bigger plan? Something they'll reveal at the right time? Could it be that this is all just a game of emotions, or a defense from pain that is too deep to talk about openly? Until now, only one thing was clear. Taehyung had said goodbye, and Jungkook couldn't stop apologizing, and we all wonder, what exactly is there between them? Someone once said that when a person says goodbye calmly, it means that they have gone through a storm of emotions that they can no longer fight. And that night, Taehyung didn't scream. He didn't cry. He only whispered 2 words that made Jungkook's world collapse. Goodbye. What the camera didn't see, however, were the moments before that. Jungkook caught up. He took a deep breath, called Taehyung's name 3 times, but Taehyung never turned his head. As if everything is final. It was as if everything they had built up, togetherness, laughter, memories, and promises, was just dust in the wind on that military base. Someone from the security team on duty at the site even whispered a sentence to the media in the strangest voice. Jungkook cried, but he tried to hide it with a mask. I was standing nearby. I heard, he said. I should never have told you that. What did Jungkook say earlier that made Taehyung choose to just leave? Allegations arose that it was not only the separation of conscripts that took place between them, but there is a kind of personal conflict that has been kept under wraps for too long. Several army members who noticed their interactions in the military highlighted Taehyung's changing attitude toward Jungkook. In the past, they were inseparable. Now, even eye contact seems cold and distant, and I ask this about an old misunderstanding that never got resolved? Or someone in their midst, Jimin, always at the center of both emotionally and in the history of friendship, is in a new spotlight. Some of the army stated that the change began when a private letter Jimin wrote to Taehyung was leaked. The letter contained an ambiguous phrase, I hope you can forgive the person who once hurt you, even if he's too afraid to tell the truth. Who was meant in the letter? Why did Jimin write in such a tone? Even more surprising is the fact that after the letter was leaked, Jungkook briefly disappeared from social media for more than 2 months. And Taehyung, who usually likes to share his thoughts on platforms like Instagram, only posted 1 sentence at the time. Silence is my last resort. Is Taehyung's silence a signal that he's waiting for something? A confession? Or an apology? And now the apology comes, but too late. A few days after the goodbye incident, a Japanese reporter who was once close to BTS leaked that before the military release, Taehyung and Jungkook had a big fight in the military dugout. It was stated that the quarrel started from a statement by Jungkook about their future. He was quoted as saying, maybe it would be easier if we didn't have to perform together anymore. A sentence that instantly made Taehyung shut up 1,000 languages. That sentence may sound trivial to outsiders, but for those familiar with BTS's dynamics, it was a crushing blow. Because from the beginning, BTS is not just a music group. They're family. And when someone from the family says that maybe it's better that they are no longer together, the wound cannot be patched with the word sorry. Then the biggest question arises, does this mean BTS won't actually be back in full formation like they used to? Is this a sign that the togetherness that we have been proud of so far is on the verge of breaking up? Not long after that incident, the leader, appeared on a radio broadcast unexpectedly. He did not directly discuss the incident, but his words pierced his heart. Sometimes the most difficult thing is not to unite the voices in the song, but to unite the hearts that have been silent for too long. The sentence was perceived by many fans as an indirect statement that there really is an emotional distance that has not yet been bridged. Meanwhile, Jin, who is known to be the most mature and humorous, responded to everything with a short upload with a picture of the night sky and handwriting. We once shone together. The stars are sometimes far away. Symbolic. And honest. Of all the members, only J-Hope tried to ease the tension through his live broadcast with ARMY. We are all human. We all have feelings. And sometimes, we need time to heal before we can take another step, she said, holding back tears. If you love us, please don't force us to look strong all the time. The remark seemed to confirm that what happened between Jungkook and Taehyung was not just a small misunderstanding. There are deep wounds that must heal. But is time enough to heal wounds that may have grown over the years in silence? Some observers of the Korean entertainment industry also speculated. One well-known columnist wrote in his article, what happened between Taehyung and Jungkook is a reflection of the burden of global fame. They are not just friends, they are symbols. And when the symbol begins to crack, the world will hear the sound of its fragments. The fans can only wait. I wonder if the two will talk. Waiting on whether Jungkook's apology will be accepted. Waiting for whether the word goodbye is just an emotional outburst or a final decision. But one thing is undeniable. This moment will be recorded as one of the most painful chapters in BTS history. Not because they broke up, but because for the first time, we see them not as idols, but as a human. Humans can be hurt, angry, disappointed, and lost, and that question will continue to resonate in the hearts of millions of ARMY. What exactly made Taehyung say goodbye? And why can't Jungkook stop apologizing? The night before the release of The Military, the atmosphere in the headquarters was quiet. Not because all fell asleep in peace, but because something was broken. A staffer who works for HYB secretly divulges that night, Taehyung and Jungkook were sitting together in a small room behind the equipment. No camera. No witnesses. Only 2 young men ever promised to take care of each other, but instead kept each other in the midst of a heartbreaking silence. The news from inside said, Taehyung finally spoke first. Quietly, without anger. I once believed in you more than anyone. A sentence that sounds like a confession or a judgment. Jungkook just stared at the floor. He held in his hand a letter he had written a long time ago, but never had the courage to give it. It was a letter he had written during their first year of military training, when he and Taehyung had not spoken for weeks due to an unknown quarrel. In the letter, Jungkook admitted that there were things he had been hiding for a long time. A decision he made unilaterally that hurt Taehyung without him knowing it. We don't know the full contents of that letter. According to an insider, Jungkook wrote, "I want you to know, I never meant to leave you. But I'm scared. I'm afraid we're too different. Afraid that what I want isn't what you need. So I chose to go, quietly so that you wouldn't have to hate me." And when Taehyung read it, the silence was even more stifling. He simply sighed and said, "You left without speaking, and now you come with words that cannot change the past." From here, everything is revealed. Apparently their quarrel did not happen because of the military, not because of the music. But one decision Jungkook made rejecting a personal duet project with Taehyung, an idea they had been planning since 2022. A work that they wanted to release as proof of their love for the army and as a symbol of their bond. But suddenly, the project was cancelled unilaterally by Jungkook. When asked why he cancelled it, Jungkook was always evasive. But now, he finally admitted in the letter that at that time he was feeling a loss of identity. He doesn't know who he is without BTS, without the pressure of the world, without the label Golden Magne. And that's why he retreated. But he never told Taehyung the reason. It's just gone. Shut up. Disappeared. Leaving Taehyung alone in the disappointment that continues to rot in silence. And that's a wound that can't heal, because it's not the breakup that hurts, but the way a person chooses to leave without saying goodbye. That night, at the military headquarters, Jungkook handed over his letter. But Taehyung didn't take it. He just stared at Jungkook, a look that didn't even show anger. Just empty. Full of loss. "You're sorry, but you don't even know what you're sorry for." The sentence struck like a thunderclap in the heart of anyone who heard it. Because for Taehyung, it's not the word sorry that he needs, but the time that can never be turned back. And the next day, when the day of release came, everyone thought that the moment would be a symbol of unity. But not for both of them. Behind a forced smile, Taehyung finally whispers quietly to Jungkook, "Goodbye." And it's not a farewell to the draft. It was a farewell from someone he once believed in but no longer does. The army is now divided. Some tried to defend Jungkook, calling him just an ordinary human being in error. The others understood Taehyung's hurt feelings. But many can only cry because they realize that the togetherness that they have been adoring is now at the end of the cracks. Then came a new surprise. Jungkook posted something. A 2-minute video, just to say one sentence. "I'm still waiting, even if you say it's enough." That's not an apology. It was a confession. That he realized not all wounds can be repaired. That sometimes that is destroyed cannot be returned to its original form a few days later at a closed HYB event. Taehyung is seen sitting alone. He was wearing all black. No smiles. No greetings. Just a blank look out the window. And when a crew member asked if he was okay, Taehyung only answered one sentence that is now viral. "Have you ever felt betrayed by someone you thought was home?" The eyes of the world are now back on one big question. Will BTS really reunite? Or will it be a moment in which we witness an emotional breakup that we never thought would happen, and in the midst of it all, one of the quietest voices was Jungkook's, which no longer speaks. He wrote only one thing in his personal account profile: "One mistake can destroy 1,000 memories." And now we're all wondering, is this really the end of everything? Or the beginning of an unfinished battle? A few days after the events of that military release, the atmosphere in the BTS fandom has never been the same. Armies around the world pin hopes on one possibility, that this is all just a small storm that will pass, that Taehyung's goodbye is not the end, and that Jungkook's apology will eventually open the door to forgiveness. At exactly 1:11 a.m. Korean time, a shocking post appeared on Taehyung's personal account. No captions. Just a photo, a handwritten piece of paper, with a noticeable tear stain blurring a few words at the bottom. The army panicked. It didn't take long before the contents of the letter were translated and spread throughout the platform. And the content breaks down all the walls of emotion that BTS fans and members themselves have been trying to maintain. I'm writing this not to be heard by the world, but because I know he never read my letters before. I'm writing this because I'm tired of waiting for change from someone I used to call home. Jungkook, if you're reading this, I want you to know that I don't hate you. I just don't know how else to love you without hurting myself. When you were silent and disappeared without explanation, I tried to understand. But day by day, I came to my senses that I didn't lose you. I lost myself because I kept hoping for you, that we have so many memories. But you chose to let it rot in silence. You're sorry now, but the hurt is already too deep. Not because you hurt me, but because you let me wonder if I'm the one at fault. The goodbye I say is not just for the past, but for a taste you never appreciated. Tens of millions of comments flooded the post. Many cried. Many were silent. Many were also devastated because for the first time, they realized the bond between Taehyung and Jungkook that had been visible was strong on the surface. It turned out that it had long been cracked inside. The next day, Jungkook disappeared. No word. No uploads. Even HYB did not release any statements. But the army knew something was being prepared. And the conjecture is true. 3 days later, on July 20th, 2025, at 7 p.m. Korean time, a mysterious live broadcast was scheduled with a short title. For you, the one I never said. No name. No posters. Only the background sound of piano music is quiet and empty, and when the broadcast opened, Jungkook appeared, alone, in a dark room, illuminated only by the light of a small lamp.